Right, morning all. It's about 7:05. Didn't need to set the alarm because since getting over 40, my prostate wakes me up every morning about 5 o'clock. So I was awake anyway, so I thought, bugger it. I'm going to go and grab some shots before the weekend starts, before I drop the kids here, there and everywhere, and before I wake the wife up with a coffee. So I'm heading down to a place called Mansands. It looks pretty bright on here, but that's the quality of these phones. Camera's bloody brilliant. It's about 7:05 and sunrise is about 7:15. It's a lush beach, but I've never really got a decent photograph down there, so fingers crossed I'll get something. And if you can see, there's a little bit of colour in the sky. Look. Boop. Bit of colour there. Yeah, so fingers crossed when the sun comes up, which I think is going to be happening pretty soon. But when I looked at the weather report, I could see the weather coming over the bay and it was going to be clear of me at sunrise. The problem is the sun's over there and I think it's going to block it. So, but we'll have a look, see what we got. Bugger me, it's changed. Anyway, let's get down to the beach, see if we can get a good shot. Good thing about this beach, well no, the bad thing about this beach is if you walk to it, it's down a bloody great hill and there's nothing worse than going down. Look at that, look. Got the whole beach to myself. There's a car parked over there. It must have been a nightmare driving down here. Give it some of that. Look at that. Sunrise is happening as we speak. Pretty much now, but there's a shed load of cloud in the way. But it's amazing what these phones pick up. Cool bit of colour there, look. So I'm going to find myself a composition, nice bit of foreground interest. And get some shots, hopefully. Look at it. Bit still. Lush beach though, just want to go swimming when I come down here. Quick little word of advice. I may be useless with timings and leave it all to the last minute, but I've started to check the tide times because off camera I've been caught a couple of times and I've got wet. At least I know is the tide's coming in. So obviously when I'm traipsing over all these rocks, I know I've got to give myself a bit of leeway to get back. Because I don't really fancy, I can swim fine, I just don't really fancy swimming with a dirty great camera bag on my back and getting all my kit wet. Right, not bad, not bad. Nice little pool of water here. Funky sky over there, which you can now see. So I'm hoping I'm going to get a bit of a reflection of that sky in that water. That's the plan. It's nice and still. Nothing in there. Probably some crabs in there actually. In fact, there's a 1p piece in there. Like the little puddle in the foreground. Problem is it's so dark in the foreground here and the sky's so bright. I've got a 0.9 graduated filter on, but I don't think it's doing enough, so I'm going to take 3 exposures, maybe a few more. Exposed for the foreground, exposed for these rocks because they're quite dark, and then exposed for that bright sky as you can see. But it's quite a nice shot. It's changing. I'm going to get a couple of shots actually because now the sun's actually poking its face through the clouds. I've got like a line of warm light coming down the water, so yeah, it's quite nice. And then I'm going to go over there and get some moving water by the rocks. Cool. It's kind of a picture of 2 halves. Normally I don't like doing 2 halves. I normally like either a third foreground and 2/3 sky, or 2/3 foreground and a third sky. But because of the angle I'm having to go down to get the reflection in the water, it's I've pretty much got an horizon line smack bang in the middle. But hopefully there'll be enough interest in the foreground and enough interest in the sky, so fingers crossed. Looks alright, it's not too bad. Look at that, look, gorgeous. This is what the shot looks like. I know the tide's coming in, so I've given myself plenty of time to set up, get a nice composition. Kind of like a gully here, and the water's rushing in. The sun's gone off round the corner, so I've got a little bit of like a silhouette. And there's still a nice bit of colour in the sky. What I'm doing is waiting for this water to come in and rush. I don't know if you can see it, this rock here. I want the water to come round, and I want it, as it's going out, I'm going to go for sort of a 2-second exposure. So you kind of get sucked into the shot. See, here comes the water. in a minute it will be going around that rock. So coming round here and then rush out. And that's like the main focal point of your shot. Sucking out and then a nice sky. That's the plan anyway. Put your back on bright, there you go. Yeah, so this rock down here, water comes in, swirls around the rock as it's going out, trip the shutter, 2 seconds, you let it all come on. And as it's going out, nice 2-second exposure, whoosh. I've got a 0.9 soft grad, as you can see from this look how dark it is here, and look how light it is up here. So I've got a 0.9 soft graduated filter, kind of on the angle because that water's brighter as well. So I'm just waiting for the water to come in. Just a minute ago it was rushing around that rock, now it can't be bothered. Let's scratch my phone. Let me cover. Still a bit of colour in the sky there, look. Come on, in you come. Fingers crossed. Right. Now I'm talking to the camera, the bloody water's come up. Right, I've gone for ISO 50 because I want to extend that shutter speed. It's quite bright, even though I've got a 0.8 neutral density to slow the shutter speed down across the whole scene. A 0.9 soft graduated filter to slow this brighter light down. ISO 50. I'm having to put my aperture up to f16. And I'm getting a shutter speed of about 2.5 seconds, which is tickety-boo, that's what I want. That sun shines on the righteous. But yeah, water's coming in now, so I'm going to get the shot. 3.2 seconds, perfect. It's all about this rock here. Come on, water, in you come. Watch it though, when you're walking round, you don't put your footprint right in the front of the bloody shot. Come on, come on. There's just a little bit of foamy water there that's getting caught as it's getting sucked back out. There it is, water's around the rock, trip the switch. As all this goes out, boom. Right, I think I'm probably going to take the same picture now. What I'm going to do is put the camera closer and lower down right on that rock, so you almost feel like the water, when you look back at the picture, the water's going to come round you. That's the plan. Let's have a look, see what it looks like. Positions we get ourselves into sometimes. I want to give a couple of shout outs as well. Abs Mystery Photography, I think that's how he says it. Sure, he's Exeter way, somewhere like that. Cool photographer, portraits, does landscapes. All right, Abs, if you see this, buddy, we must meet up and do a shoot at some point. Mark Bulmer, I think it's Mark Bulmer Photography, shared one of my pictures this week talking about the S-curve in photography. Cheers for that, mate. Yeah, so every now and again I'll just drop in people that I like to watch on YouTube and Instagram. I don't follow a lot of people because there's not enough hours in the day. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I won the lottery tonight, I could just pretty much do photography all day, every day, in the evening, bottle of wine, watch other photographers, which is kind of quite inspirational, really. Water's coming in, come on, come on. It's getting up, oh shit. Nearly went. Who else do I follow? Local chap Neil Burnell, kind of real arty photographer, old Neil is. Cool stuff, yeah, just. So when I remember I'm out and about, I'll just drop people's names in, at Neil Burnell Photography, I think it is. All right, Neil? Runs workshops and stuff as well, but his black and white stuff and his art stuff's cool as. Who else is there? Oh, there's loads, but I'll drop them in as we go along. Cool. Right, I quite like this shot here. There's a little bit of colour left in the sky. Nice little gully, whoosh, loads of leading lines. It's all sort of going that way. Pretty much the same settings. I've kept my 0.8 neutral density filter on. Still got a 0.9 soft graduated filter to slow that brighter sky down. I'm pretty much just waiting for the water to come in, trip the switch as the water goes out. It's just a shot like that. It's just leading lines all the way through, woof, all the way out. It's a bit precarious, the old camera's balance there. It's a bit slimy and slippery on the green there, but I've been there for the last 10 minutes trying to get the tripod in a good place, and ideally I would like to be lower. Fingers crossed there'll be a cool shot there in a minute. Just been stood here making this video. Obviously I've got my tripod here, so just a dinky little one which I put my camera on sometimes to record me doing what I'm doing. Set it up, tickety-boo. Just come back to my tripod. How close was this? Oh shit, hang on, I've got to trip that switch. Cool picture, cool picture. Oh, UT. Come on, in you come. Yeah, like I say, my tripod's over here. Put it up just a minute ago, didn't notice before. Crap! The hell's that? That can't be dog shit, surely. What animals come down on a beach? How close that is to my tripod leg. So if anyone can identify what kind of crap and what animal that come from, that'd be cool to know. How close is that, look? Ugh, how lucky is that? Means I'm going to win the lottery tonight. Yeah, right. Right, I've just looked back at that video I did of me in and amongst the water there getting a shot, and I've just realised the side of my head has a twin. And when I go out and do these videos, I've got a microphone which I plug into the side of my camera. You get something that goes over the top of the microphone. It's called a dead cat or a fluffy cat or something like that. It should block out all the winds. But I've just realised, looking back at that video, I reckon they made this fluffy dead cat out of the side of my head. If I take it off, look, you'll see what I mean. Twins! Microphone, fluffy cat. Another shout out, Sean and everybody at Drone Seekers. If you're interested in drones in any kind of way, run by Sean and loads of other people. Great channel if you're into drones. Right, Sean? Cool. About 2 hours ago when I was walking down here, I said it's hard going down. It ain't, it's so much harder going up. So yeah, I still prefer to go down. Right, unfortunately, that's the end of the vid. Got to go and pick my youngest up now and take her to football practice. Get some hair dye. No, I'm only joking. Look at that little chainsaw cut. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope there was something there that someone took something from, or if you can't be bothered to get out and get a sunrise yourself, just watch this and then you can see it. See you in the next vid. Oh, and quality music from CloZee probably somewhere in this video, because I love her tunes. She's brilliant. So look her up, CloZee. Yeah, brilliant DJ. Cool, see you in the next vid. Cheers, bye.